I wanted to get an early start for the nearly 80-mile run from Biscayne Bay down to Marathon, Florida. But I wasn't woken up by my alarm clock this morning. Instead, I was woken up a little after 4 a.m. to some loud creaking, and then I felt the boat move. So I scrambled out on deck, and lo and behold, I had a yacht alongside me. And apparently he'd just broken loose and was drifting. And he passed close alongside, but what happened was his dinghy got on the other side of my anchor road, so it fouled around my anchor road. And so then the two boats came together, and that's what I heard. And he was being held stern to alongside me by the painter to the dinghy. And luckily, the people were aboard, but there was still so much strain on the dinghy painter that he had to cut it. And so once he cut it, he drifted off my starboard side, his dinghy drifted off my port side, and then he later retrieved his dinghy. So that's not exactly how I wanted to start off the day, but so it is. And so now our first challenge is we have to beat our way all the way out of the old Florida Channel. And I'm losing the shelter from Cape Florida now, so you can see she's starting to plunge into some of the chop, which is slowing her down. And of course, it's just a dead upwind beat. And it's a fairly narrow channel, though it's wider in spots, which really just depends on how much faith you put in your chart plotter as to how far you can get off to the side of the channel. But it meant 2 hours of pretty much non-stop tacking. Here, and then the next one down we come to the northern part of Key Largo. And being inside, we're inside the Hawk Channel here, so it's fairly flat water, so that's nice. The only downside of today is we've been close hauled just all day. And still occasionally having to throw a tack in. As we work our way down the coast of Key Largo, we'll start heading a little more westerly, so hopefully we won't have to do any more tacking. Coming down, especially Elliott Key, I didn't see, I mean, the whole southeastern shore of the Keys is totally undeveloped. I didn't see any houses or anything. I figured somebody would have a house on overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, but guess not. Maybe it's parkland. So anyway, yeah. So I was complaining about the headwinds. I was hoping to be a little further along. It's about a little after 2 in the afternoon now. So I was hoping we'd be a little further along our track. I'll have to go down and block off how much distance we have left, but I think we got at least 50 miles, probably somewhere around 55 miles. Because I think so far we've only done about 20, 25 miles. So But the sailing's good, so can't complain about that. Well, good morning. So it is Monday, the 3rd of January, and we are anchored right off the flats here of Marathon and the Florida Keys. Arrived yesterday morning around 0500, so it was pretty much an all-nighter for me. Because coming down the Hawk Channel, you got to pay attention to your navigation constantly. So I had to be up all night, and I could put the steering vane in, but I had to pay attention at all times. So, which is all to say, I was pretty blown out yesterday. Which is also to say that we've got this cold front coming. It's going to be a big winter storm up north. And so, as you can see, we got these south to southwest winds now, so we're a little bit exposed here, but as long as the winds aren't too strong, it's no problem. The interesting thing is what's going to happen today, probably around noon, is these winds are going to shift, and Predict Wind says they'll come northerly, which will be fine. Northerly's that way, so we'll be sheltered. However, the NAM model and the GFS are showing it more northwest, so that could get dodgy. And about 20 knots, so probably about 20-25 or so. So that's all to say that I might regret not moving around to Sisters Creek. I mean, I was just too tired yesterday to do that. And so I think I'm going to stay where I'm at and just chance it that this is not going to be too bad. Now here it comes. So I just took the mainsail cover off, put the solar panels down on deck, just in case I got to get this mainsail up in a hurry. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully this wind will shift northerly pretty fast. Now here we go. Now that's northwest. It shifted northwest. But at least we're not directly on a lee shore now. It's blowing pretty much parallel, so not in so much danger of dragging here. And if I do drag, then I can just get her on starboard tack and grab my way to seaward. Well, so far so good. If that's the direction, then we'll have shelter from Boothby. So it's already clearing. One boat dragged. There was another boat that dragged the other day. It seems like when you get too close to where the channel is, you start getting into that really soft mud you find around the Keys, especially in like Key West. And it's hard to get an anchor to hold. But as you get out further here, the holding seems to be pretty good. It's kind of that white sort of clay. Should get better. Hopefully I can launch the dinghy tomorrow and go in and get a pass at the marina, so I can use the showers and dinghy dock and bicycle to the Publix. So with fresh provisions and after having had a proper shower, I can now return to civilized life. All right.